This is CNN Breaking News.
Please note that most of these scripts have been made by an AI. Hello and welcome back to CNN News. I am your local reporter English, and here are the top stories today. Number 1, protesters at hospital wanting free healthcare. Number 2, gas and go is robbed and results in 2 officers dead. Number 3, fake rings at family jewels. Number 4, our drones saw illegal farming. Number 5, the power plant had a spike in power production causing a fire. MCSO is currently at the scene where it happened, protesters wanting free healthcare. To you, MCSO.
Thank you, English EXE. I'm at the hospital where it all happened. The protesters were frustrated with the healthcare system, which they believed failed to provide adequate care to everyone, regardless of their ability to pay. They argued that healthcare is a basic human right and that no one should have to go in debt or suffer because they cannot afford treatment. The hospital staff showed support to the protesters and acknowledged the devastating effect of the then current healthcare system. They saw patients daily who could not afford the care they needed, which was heartbreaking. The administration released a statement recognizing the protesters' concerns, but also highlighting the financial constraints that hospitals face. The police eventually had to beanbag them as it was out of control. Back to you, English.
Thank you, MCSO. Moving on to the next story, the gas and go was robbed earlier today by an armed man in his mid-20s. Unfortunately, there was a shootout that resulted in 2 officers dying. Eyewitnesses say that he was armed with a handgun, entered the gas and go and demanded money. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the families of the officers who lost their lives in the line of duty. Here is MCSO revealing secrets of the family jewels.
The Family Jewels, a jewelry store in the downtown area, is facing allegations of selling fake rings to customers looking for high-end engagement rings. Several customers have come forward claiming they paid top dollar for what they thought were genuine diamond rings, only to later discover that the stones were fake. One of the customers, Emily Jones, shared her story with our reporters. She said she was shopping for an engagement ring for her fiancé when she came across a beautiful ring at the Family Jewels. Emily Jones says, "The salesperson told me it was a one-of-a-kind diamond ring and that it was priced accordingly. I trust him and paid a lot of money for it, but when I took it to a different jeweler to have it appraised, I was shocked to find out that the diamond was fake." Emily isn't the only one who experienced this. Several other customers have come forward with similar stories, and many are demanding refunds or compensation for the misleading sales tactics. The Family Jewels declined to comment on the allegations, but our reporters did uncover some evidence suggesting the store may have knowingly sold fake rings to customers. Documents obtained from a former employee suggest that the store purchased fake diamonds and passed them off as real. Local authorities are currently investigating the matter, and the store could face serious legal consequences if found guilty of fraud. Back to you, English.
Interesting, MCSO. Today we flew drones over the farm and found out that the farm is using illegal fertilizer, pesticides and cutting down protected trees. The farms could face a penalty of up to 5,000 USD. The researchers are also investing in new technology to detect the illegal use of other banned pesticides. Back to MCSO for a final story today.
I am standing here in the industrial district where a power plant has just caught fire following a power surge. Emergency services were called to the scene at around 8 p.m. this evening after reports of an explosion and fire at the power plant. According to witnesses, the explosion was heard from several blocks away, and the fire quickly spread through the facility. Firefighters arrived on the scene within minutes and were able to contain the blaze, but not before the power plant suffered significant damage. Fortunately, there have been no reports of injuries or fatalities. Investigators are currently on site trying to determine the cause of the explosion and the subsequent fire. Initial reports suggest that a power surge may have occurred, causing an electrical malfunction that led to the fire. The power plant supplies electricity to several towns and cities, and residents are being warned to expect power outages in the coming days. Authorities are urging people to conserve electricity and reduce their power consumption to help prevent further outages. The power plant's owners have issued a statement expressing their deep regrets for the incident, promising to work closely with authorities to determine the cause to prevent similar incidents from happening in the future.
Thank you, MCSO. That was all the news today, and thank you for listening to CNN News. Next up is Burger King.
Whopper, 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 Junior, Double, Triple, Whopper, Impossible or Bacon Whopper, I rule this day. And BK.